Very good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Today we will discuss about how to perform well in telephonic interview. Okay. What is the importance of telephonic interview? Why telephonic interviews are conducted? In which cases telephonic interviews are conducted by the companies? And can there be some final selections also on the basis of telephonic interview? When a telephonic interview can it be prior to your or can it be the first round, or could it be the final round, or could it be managerial round? What kind of round telephonic interview could be? Okay, nowadays, since this pandemic has come in, 85% of the interviews are going on the virtual mode. Okay, virtual mode, and we have done a few sessions also upon how to appear in the virtual interview, how the things should be taken care in the virtual interview, how a virtual interview is not much different than a face-to-face interview, how you should dress up for a virtual interview, what are the key points that you should keep in your mind to attend a virtual interview. So today we will discuss about telephonic interview. When a telephonic interview is done, why it is done, what are the key points that you should keep in your mind, how you can make the telephonic interview more effective, how it can help you out to stand apart from others, how it how is it a screening round, and how this screening round be converted into a good uh, or can lead to a good to the further round or further processes. And sometimes when all the interview processes are done either in physical mode or in virtual mode, sometimes the key decision making persons do ask for the telephonic round, a quick telephonic round, we can say. Telephonic rounds are generally done quick telephonic rounds. Okay, so if I tell you the uh, once you say the standard recruitment process used to be, what is the standard recruitment process is, first of all you share your CV with the company. First of all, any opening does come on any of the portal, or in any of the newspaper, or recruit any kind of paper, any opening does come, then you apply for that. CV shortlisting is done by the corporates or the companies or any kind of organization, be it IT, non-IT, uh, be it consulting, service, manufacturing, heavy ancillaries, whatever kind of firm it is. Okay, they do shortlist the resumes and do call peoples for the interview. HR generally do line up the interviews, but sometimes HR do take a telephonic round of interview also, so that they can screen peoples whether they are matching up to some extent for the job profile or not. Okay, so it's that. And apart from it, what is there, there is to be some telephonic interviews are taken just to understand what exactly a person do, what knowledge he do have about the company, what kind of profile he knows, what kind of pros and cons are there, what kind of things can be positive, what kind of things can be negative over there. So these are the some of the points that you should keep in your mind. Let's move ahead with the same. So 8 telephonic interview tips. First of all, we will discuss about it. First of all, what you should do is you can take it as seriously as an in-person interview. When you're going through a telephonic interview, you should take it as seriously as the in-person interview, because the chances of rejection used to be there also in a telephonic interview also. Chances used to be of the rejection, that you can be rejected also. Focus and cut out all the distractions when you are appearing in an this telephonic interview. Then you should focus upon the points, or completely you should have a complete focus on the telephonic conversation. You should not get distracted, or to get distracted, what you should do is you should keep yourself, or you should put yourself somewhere at such a place where no distraction is there. Try to mute notifications of your mobile phone. Try to try to mute notifications of your mobile phone so that you do not get distraction. Or sometimes what you can do is, if you're doing a telephonic interview through video call, sorry, not video call, video call not will not come there, but WhatsApp call would be there. WhatsApp, I'm talking about the voice chat. Sometimes company HR do telephonic round through WhatsApp video, this audio call. Okay, in that case, what you should do, you should keep your phone on, mute mode. Okay, so that other telephonic calls do not distract you. And do some research before the interview. What you should do, you should do some research before the interview process. What kind of research you can do? You can do such kind of research key. You can know about the company, what company is, what is the company profile, what exactly the company do, what is your role over there, what all things are required to be done, what are the key points that you should keep in mind, what are the all processes that you should take care of. So these are some of the points that you should keep in your mind. Okay. Listen and don't dominate the conversion. Listen. What do we mean by listen and dominate the conversion? Listen means whatever he's trying to say, whatever he's asking you, or let the company HR or the technical guy ask all the questions. Let him dominate. Let him take the control of the conversation. Okay. Do not dominate into the conversation. Okay. Prepare your own chat sheet. What you should do, you should prepare your own chat sheet so that you can it's right written, wrong written here like cheat sheet. It should be chat sheet. Okay, what it should be a chat sheet. So prepare your own chat sheet. On chat sheet means what are the key points that you can ask him if he is asking you. Now that is very important key. If an interviewer is asking you question, then only you should ask questions. Okay, you should try to avoid asking questions to the interviewer, because it's not your right to ask questions. But if in case employer does ask you at the end of the conversation or at the end of interview, he or she to ask you that, do you have any question, then you should be ready with the relevant questions. And it's always good if you have some questions rather than being in blank mind. Okay, always have some questions in your mind. Prepare your own chat sheets. So slow down and take your time. What you should do, you should not be very fast on taking the conversation. You should not be very fast. You should slow down, and you should not ask all the things very quickly. You should not ask the things very quickly. You should be very slow, and you should take your time to complete the things. Okay, and be ready for common phone interview questions. What could be the common phone interview questions? He can ask you about your job profile, what exactly you do. He can ask you about your quick introduction. In a telephonic interview, you should not give a complete introduction on this. No, you should not do that. And you can just tell about your current profile, what exactly you are doing in your current job. You should not talk about, or you should not discuss about all of your profiles. Okay, and you can ask him an important question he or she can ask you about is why you want to leave your current company. If you are a fresher, then he or she can ask you about why are you interested in our company. The same question can be asked to an experienced person also. Okay, be ready for common phone interview questions. Send a thank you mail once your interview is done. Then you should send a common thank you mail. You should send a thank you mail to the company HR. That is, thank you so much for the conversation, and I'm looking forward for further processes. You should look for you are looking for the further processes. Okay, so send a thank you mail to the company HR. Continuing writing some points, some positive things. It was a very nice conversation with you. I'm looking forward to go ahead with your company, and this kind of things you can mention there. Okay. Next comes keep your job search organized. For a telephonic interview, what you should do is you should keep your job search quite organized. Organized means it should not be you are not aware where and where you have put your CV. You should keep a track that these are the certain companies and certain positions where I have applied in, Okay, so that you can have an idea, and you know about the things. Key, these are the companies from where I can get a call. So if you're applying to too many jobs, then it can be hard to keep track of which company you're talking with. There are several ways to stay organized, and you should choose the approach that works best for you. What you can do, so you can keep track of every job you have applied. If you found a job posting somewhere else, you can add it to your account and keep track of where you are in the process. Nowadays, what is guys there? Like many of you would have done online orders on Flipkart, Amazon, Paytm, and Jabong, and any other site, any other e-commerce site. You would have placed some orders. Okay, what happens in those companies is they are just they just ask you, or they just let you know the complete step-by-step process, that your order placed, your order is in shipping, your order placed, order confirmed, order in ship, order is being packed, order is in shipping, order has reached this place, order has reached this place, and it's being delayed. Such kind of things are given there. Okay, for any particular for any particular order. In the same case, when you apply for a job, say for example, you apply through Naukri.com, then there are some steps. First of all, you apply, so it comes applied. There will be written you have applied for this opportunity. If interviewer views your resume or your application, there will come that interviewer has seen your application and resume. And if interviewer has shortlisted, then there will come that interviewer has shortlisted your resume. If interviewer has not shortlisted, then it will come just that your application has been viewed or seen. Okay, and if shortlisted, then interviewer will definitely, maybe not definitely, but maybe, and chances are 99.9% that he will call you back if he has shortlisted your resume. So you can keep a track that this is the potential employer from where I can get a call. Okay, write down or highlight the skills in the job description. Whatever the skill sets are given there in the job description, you should highlight all those. Okay, by taking note of the phrases and terms you might want to use in your responses, you can tailor your answers to the employer's need. What you can do, you can tailor your answers to the employer's need. So once you have applied to any company and you do have complete idea about what exactly the job description was, in that case, what you can do is you can just manage, or you can just manipulate your you should not do much manipulation, but you should do up to extent. Okay, so you can manage there, and you can write keys here. So this is the thing what I'm doing. Maybe you're doing something, you're doing little different, but yeah, you can mention about that. Okay, so by taking note of the phrases, terms, and you might want in your responses, so you can tailor your answers to the as per the needs. So for example, if you were applying for a job that called for data-driven problem solving, you could expect to be asked about your analytical skills. If you have applied for a data-driven problem solving, then in that case you can be asked about the analytical skills, so you can answer in that way. An answer you could prepare is, analytical problem solving is something I have practiced throughout my career. What you can say, analytical problem solving is something that I have practiced throughout my career. In my current role, I use data on campaign performance to make changes to our email strategy. Okay, and being able to understand cause and effect in any given situation is incredibly important to reaching out our goals. Okay, guys. So you can mention, or you can have a note of the job description, whatever is shared by the company, so that you can understand the things. Prepare your answers to the following questions. Definitely he would ask you some questions, so you should prepare. Okay, so what are you looking for in your next job? He can ask you what are your expectations from the job, like I told you in previous before few minutes also. What are your salary expectations? In a quick telephonic question, he can, or in a quick telephonic interview, he can ask you about your salary expectations, that what is the salary that you are looking for. Because in many of the jobs, salary used to be the major concern, whether to reject the application or whether to proceed ahead with the same. What are you looking for in terms of company culture and benefits? Ideally, you should try to not to demand something specific. You should keep your answer not very straightforward in this question, because you never know about the culture and the benefits what company would offer. If you will look for something more attractive, or you would look for something extra, then maybe it leave a negative impression upon the employer. Okay, so one thing, what is your availability for an in-person interview in the next few days? You can ask you when you would be available for the interview in next time, so you can reply accordingly. If you were offered this job, when you would be able to start. So this is also something, because this is the first question that the interviewer can ask you, because in most of the companies there used to be generally there used to be a notice period of 1 month, that is 30 days. But in some cases, in some jobs nowadays, we see notice period of 15 days also, in very few jobs. And in some jobs, we see there is notice period of 3 months. So you should clearly mention whatever terms and conditions you are into. And if the job is out of state, are you willing to relocate? This is also a question that arises there. You are not from the any particular state or any particular city, then what is your call if you are asked to relocate to that particular region or area, or that a specific place? Why are you looking to leave your current company or make a career change? Okay, so this is something that we have discussed earlier also, but here what you should do is you should give a very specific answer to it. Always try to not to say even a single word negative about your present or previous employer, because if you will say something negative about your previous or current employer, then it will leave a negative impression. Okay, definitely it will leave a negative impression. So always try to say positive about your current organization, and put any reason that your job profile or I'm more interested in your company, that's why I'm looking for a job, or your company is offering that. My objective and your company's objective does not, that's why I'm looking for a change into your company. Or you can tell some basic other reasons like location, your company's location is nearby my place. You can mention such kind of things there. Research the company. What you should research about the company? You should research about the company, like employer can ask you questions like, why are you willing to change to our company? What do you expect in the part, terms of benefits and the culture? So you can come to know about the company's culture through the past employees of that company. That past employees you can find upon LinkedIn, the most authentic source to found previous employees of any company. What you can do is you can just go to LinkedIn, type name of that company, list out all the members, and out of that found there is an option to filter out past employees. Under the past employees, you can connect to anyone and you can take feedback of that particular company. That is the way. Okay, so you can do research. You can do research about the through the people. And second, what you can do is you can visit to company's website, and upon company's website you can find a lot of information. But definitely that will be what we say. Definitely that will be colorful only. Nothing negative would be mentioned there. But you can understand what is the price of shares of that company, whether that company is listed or not. If you're talking about any good company, and you can come to know about the product and services of particular company. This is the company providing services and in this particular domain. So these are the some things that you can keep in your mind. Next is prepare great questions. You should well prepare about the questions. What are the questions that you should or you can think some of the questions you can ask to the recruiter that will help you to determine if this company and job are right fit for you. You can review the questions, ask recruiters in in the top phone telephonic questions you can ask to any employer. You can review the questions and articles you can go through, and it's a good idea to prepare 2-3 questions at least, so that you can ask those questions. You can ask about what if I'm given opportunity, at what time I'll be able to join, whether your company do give hikes or not. Although these answers cannot be very easily be taken from the employer, but still yes, please. So final interview advice. Final interview, we talk about the telephonic interview only. If you are at home, it may be tempting to take phone sitting on the coach or in your pajamas. Avoid doing this, because you don't need to wear a suit, but put on an outfit that makes you feel confident, and brush your teeth and style your hairs. Sit at a table or desk, or you can stand also. Okay, because always you should try to take a telephonic call by being a stand only, because the moment you are standing, it leaves a your tone used to be good. You can speak well, because you can round here and there, and you can talk well. It's good that you find out any silent place from where you can speak at, or you can have a conversation. So find a quiet place with good reception to take the phone call, and you should clear away as many distractions as possible, and choose somewhere you won't be interrupted. What you should do, you should choose any thing like that where you are not being interrupted. Okay, so always do this. And with this, I'll say thanks to all of you. If you have some of your queries, then you can ask me. And to wind up, I'll go through some quick questions again. Like for telephonic interview, you should take it as seriously as in person interview. Focus and cut all the distractions. Do some research before the interview. Research about the company profile, job profile, what exactly company is, where company is located, whether they provide hikes or not, whether their policies are employee friendly or not. You should do such kind of preparations. Prepare your own chat sheet, what kind of things you can discuss upon. Slow down and take your time. When you are appearing in telephonic interview, you should slow down yourself and ask questions, relevant questions, and also reply to the interviewer questions, and help interviewer to understand what you are communicating. Okay, and in communication skills, it is most important that you speak to help the other person to understand you, what you are trying to say. Okay, so be slow and take your time. Be ready for common phone interview questions. What you should do, you should be quite ready to the common interview phone questions, and send a thank you mail in the last. Next is keep your job research organized, so that you can understand where you applied, and write down or highlight the skill sets required in the job description, so that you can manipulate your answers accordingly. Prepare answers to the following questions. These all are the such questions, some questions that you should be ready with, or you can ask any employer, or whatever you are being asked, you can be ready and you can answer accordingly. Research the company. You should do research about the company, what actually company is. You can go through the company's website. You can ask to previous employers. You can visit to some of the if the company is listed, then you can visit there as well. Prepare great questions. You can prepare great questions also. Okay, what are the great questions that you can ask to the employers? But that all questions should be relevant, and you should ask questions only if employer is asking you about the that whether do you have any question. In that case only you need to ask questions, otherwise not. Final interview advice: if you are at home, it may be tempting to take phone call while sitting on the couch in your or in your pajamas, but you should be quite comfortable so that you can take the call, and you should avoid distractions so that you do not be distracted while appearing in the telephonic interview. Your notification should be sound. The notification should be off. You should be at such a place where your children's or other people do not disturb you, and there is no sound from the background. At such a place you should choose to be or to give a interview. With this, thank you so much. Do you have some questions in your mind that you wish to ask, or any questions relevant to your placement opportunities? Because very recently we have shared some placement opportunities, 4-5 placement opportunities also in this week. So if you have something in how to apply, how to appear, how to prepare for the interview, you can ask such questions to me.
Hello, sir.
Sorry?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
Earlier, you told that the mail from the from the placement community, if the mail comes, then we have to reply back. A few days back, I replied to a message, sir. So, if you have received mail from the Sabha Akram, sir, I applied for the data science, right? And I have shared the resume over the mail also.
Mm-hmm.
MG.
You're Sabha Akram, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Earlier, I was directly applying to the company,
Okay.
but before a few meetings, you told that you have to reply me.
No,
So I mailed you, sir, over the placement email ID.
Correct. You will have to, what you will have to do is you will have to reply back to that mail only from what mail you are receiving mails. So all of your applications will come to me, then I'll share those applications with the company that these are the candidates who are interested to apply for this particular job. That is the standard way. If you will directly apply to any company, if you will directly send your application to company, they will not entertain your applications, because they used to get so many applications from so many sources. So that's not the right way. But it is not all wrong also. Sometimes they would respond, but chances are not good to get a response. Anything else? Anybody else want to ask?
Sir, hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Regarding yesterday's lecture, sir, you were talking about interests and hobbies. You have to tell if the interviewer asks for the data science profile, which type of hobbies or interests should I tell them so that it will be okay, sir.
Correct. Very nice question. Yeah. If you are applying for a data science job, okay, then your interest should be, I like to interpret the things. You can select that. Okay. I like to analyze the things. I like to read between the lines. I like to do conversation with the peoples by having a very deep insight upon the topics. So these are the some things that you can mention over there. And you can say if there is any kind of web series that is related to such points, then you can write that also. I like to watch such kind of series, or I like to, if there is anybody, a specific person into your industry, that is data science industry, then you can say I follow that particular person, I like him and I follow him, and I replicate the things in my life also.
Thank you, sir.
Anything else from? Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Anything else?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, if there is gap, actually, sir, I am 2019 pass out, and sir, I have gap of 2 years, sir.
Mhm.
How, sir, I will manage in interviews, sir, if they ask you have what you have done in 2 years?
Correct. 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 What is your qualification, previous qualification before pursuing this course from our friends?
Sir, BE, sir, from EC branch.
BE in EC. Good. What you can say is, sir, I prepared for the gate. Okay, one thing you can say, I prepared for the gate. Second thing you can
Okay,
mention, there was some family problem, because of that I could not continue my education. Point two. Third is, you can mention that I was preparing for the government job. Three, that also for good profile, not for the small profiles. So these are the some things, and now I'm again doing my studies, and will move forward in my career, and I'm putting my hard efforts to do best in this domain.
okay, thank you, sir.
Anything else from anyone? Anything else? So I'll say thanks to all of you for joining today's session. Wish you good luck.